My name is Gordon Frederick Coggon. I'm 83 this year. A recent reply from the MOD states that there was no risk or rigour for nuclear test veterans, thereby no medal claim. It's a disgusting reply and absolutely out of order for the AMSC spokesman or spokesperson to decide on their own merit without even considering the views of the test veterans themselves. Speaking for myself, I faced many life and death challenges throughout my 22 years in the Royal Air Force Fire and Crash Rescue Service. But none of those challenges come anywhere near the rigour and stress caused to me at Christmas Island during the nuclear tests, Operation Grapple X and Operation Grapple Y. Several times during my career I have been in grave danger whilst doing rescues from aircraft, and during the fire strikes of Northern Ireland, where I was almost killed by a firebomb on one occasion and shot at whilst on a ladder fighting a fire on another, and threatened by a drunken British soldier at gunpoint whilst trying to stop him drinking excessively while on fire duty protection in Ireland. The truth is my scary experiences have never truly been as bad as when I and thousands of other troops sat beneath first Grapple X and then Grapple Y, the nuclear bombs. The flashbacks during nightmares of being completely lost in bright fog-like light emitting from the bomb, and the thought of a tidal wave washing over us just 20 miles from a huge 3 megaton hydrogen bomb, the height of the island only being a mere 5 foot above sea level. But it did not stop there. I was made to don a pair of denims, overalls, which are overalls, and Wellington boots and a pair of gloves, and a crude like martingale mask, which subsequently got soaked with water, and then it was impossible to breathe through. So for all I know, because of this camera flew through the mushroom cloud taking samples, it was still hot with gamma radiation and emitting alpha particles, which I may or may not have swallowed or breathed in. Alpha radiation particles cannot penetrate human skin, and if they are ingested or inhaled into your body, will remain there all of your life, destroying cells and causing many radiation illnesses. These illnesses can be passed on genetically to your children. The half-life of an alpha particle being 40,000 years. Over the years, even before I left the Royal Air Force, I have had several illnesses which could have been attributed to radiation. The fact that many stories from veterans dying young and the descendants' children being born with deformities and unexplained illnesses and infantile deaths have caused me and many more veterans and descendants a lot of stress and rigour. For instance, after washing the Canberra aircraft, I was sick for 2 days after. I also had large boils on my back and neck for 3 months. Then later in Singapore, during my later service at RAF Tanga, I was summoned to attend at RAF Changi Hospital because for no apparent reason I had been diagnosed with an acute scoliosis, which is in fact a bent spine, sideways bent, of the spinal column. This condition has never shown on any previous x-rays, not even my thorough medical when I was conscripted. I've often asked myself, was this caused by the radiation after washing the Canberra? It is highly likely. I have had prostate cancer and now in 12 years remission, so I'm lucky. I have continual digestion problems by not being able to digest peel of any description. I've had my gallbladder removed. The pain in my back and hips is sometimes unbearable. Now I have diabetes too. My continuing recurrent nightmare, which I have had for 60 odd years, where I am completely lost in extreme white brightness of the Grapple X test. Some years later, my son was born a blue baby, 5 weeks premature in Singapore British Military Hospital. He underwent many blood treatments before we got him home. Now, since he has married, he has lost one of his grandchildren at birth. My daughter developed tuberculosis while at RAF Scampton. She thankfully recovered after medication for 8 years. My youngest daughter is currently undergoing tests for abnormal lumps in her breast. There are many of our fellow nuclear veterans and later veterans that have had to clean up nuclear waste who are experiencing similarities like these, and even if, as the mod says, there is no risk or rigour or health issues, I hope they can sleep at night with the guilt of ignoring us a medal like other nations have done for their nuclear test veterans.